Are you struggling to get onto the leaderboard? Have you been grinding hours and hours just to not even pop up on the top 250? Well, that's probably the reason you actually clicked this video in the first place. I mean, look at these pets, like how can you not want them? But anyways guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how you too can get onto the leaderboard and get yourself one of these beautiful leaderboard pets. But before we get into the video, I'd just like to point out how close we are to 600 subs. So if you do end up enjoying this video, or it helps you out in any way, or helps out a friend of yours in any way, then I would really appreciate if you drop that sub and even a like, so then more people will be able to see this tutorial and get onto the leaderboard too. Also, this tutorial will be catering both for free-to-play players and pay-to-win players, so don't worry about having to pay anything. Now the first thing you're going to need in this tutorial is an auto clicker. Now I will have one linked in the description, so if you just go down there, it's a relatively simple download, as in you just click it and then there's a download button. It's really fast, simple, doesn't take any space, and you'll have an auto clicker. Now if you do actually have any issues downloading the auto clicker, then feel free to leave a comment in the description and I'll answer you and help you. Now once you have your auto clicker downloaded, what you're going to do is firstly change this to 0, change everything to 0. This will make it so that it will click the fastest that it can. After that, make sure all these settings are the same as you see here, like mouse button left, click type single, repeat until stop. You could do current location or you could even pick a location, but I recommend current location because it's just simpler to set up. Also, in order to change the keybind to actually start the auto clicker, just press hotkey setting, press start and stop, and then press any key on your keyboard. I'm going to pick the same key that I had before, and then just press OK. And then once you press that key again, your auto clicker will start. Now that you have your auto clicker set up, we can move on to step 2. Now, first thing I'd like to mention is that in order to actually come onto the leaderboard, you are definitely going to be needing one of the storage game passes. But hold on, before you start butchering me in the comments about how I was saying that all free-to-play players could actually get onto the leaderboard, give me a second to explain. I think I have actually found a solid method for free-to-play players to actually get game passes for free. Now, most of you already know I'm going to be talking about trading. Most of you are probably asking how you can get game passes just from trading. Now, it's actually pretty simple. If you just go down to either my description or the description of the game on Roblox, there will actually be a link that will take you to this game's Discord server. From there, you will find a channel where you can actually offer for trades and set up like offers where people can offer to trade with you. And that's where most of this tutorial is going to be based off. Once you've done all that, the next thing that you're going to need is a good way to get secrets. Now again, I know you're probably going to be saying, but secrets are too hard. I know, they are very hard. But I think I've actually found a way how to get secrets consistently. And it all has to do with that egg right over there. As you can see, as we walk up, you will see that there is a secret right here. And it's only 1 in 50k. Now yes, I know that is still pretty rare. But compared to the other secrets, obviously this is the most common. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put your mouse over the open 3 button. Now keep in mind you can get the open 3 game pass for free just for joining their group on Roblox. So make sure you do that because that's very broken for free to play players. After that, what you're going to do is you're going to start your auto clicker and you're just going to let it open. Now you can leave this on overnight or during the day whenever you're free. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, I do recommend not leaving your PC on 24/7. Maybe switch it off every once in a while and let it cool down for a bit. Or laptop or mobile, it doesn't really matter. I know that some people complain that they can't auto-click overnight because, you know, their device or computer or laptop overheats. But if you're able to do this for maybe 1 to 2 to maybe even 3 hours a day, you could be seeing yourself a secret. Now, obviously right now I have the luck game passes, so that's going to really be helping me with hatching these secrets. But it should still be pretty common for free-to-play players. Like with the passes, I got this specific secret after like 30 minutes hatching. But I still think that a free-to-play player can actually hack this. Maybe it might take them like 3 to 4 hours. It depends on your luck, obviously. But then again, 1 in 50k isn't that rare. Now, let's say you've just hatched the secret, okay? It's been maybe 2-3 hours since you watched this video. You've been auto-hatching and you finally hacked the secret. what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the Discord, and then you're gonna set up an offer saying, hey, I have a, I think this is called a juice boxer. I have a juice boxer secret and I'm willing to trade it for game passes. Now obviously most people are going to be interested in like the new secrets, especially from World 2, because those are broken. However, you're probably bound to find someone who is looking for that specific secret, because if they're like me, they want to complete the index. And the majority of times they will be willing to pay you in game passes. And if that doesn't happen, they might even pay you in pet power, which would be just as good in my opinion. Now obviously, let's say that you are willing to just pay for the game passes. Most people probably think that they need to get like every single game pass, but actually most of these you don't need at all. Example, double rebirths and pet equips, although they really help with progressing the game, they aren't needed. For example, I don't have them and I'm like maybe like top 100 or something on the leaderboard. However, the game passes that I definitely recommend getting, whether through trades or actually just buying it, would be any pet storage game pass and the lucky game passes. There's this lucky and that lucky. The reason I say to get these lucky game passes is because they are broken. Like, let's take a look at this egg, okay? This specific legendary, without the lucky game passes, was 0.001%. And just to clarify, before I actually got these game passes, hatching overnight only gave me like 4 of these. And now with these lucky game passes, I can hatch somewhere between 100 to 200 of these. Like, that's broken. Also, there are enchants. However, I'm not sure how OP they are for free-to-play players. I know that with the lucky game passes, they buff by around 0.01%. So that's not that much, but it's pretty good. Now obviously, if you're a free-to-play player, you will know how much it will give. But from 0.001% and then you get 0.01%, that is a huge luck bonus if you don't have the lucky game passes. So I highly recommend getting the lucky enchant if you're free to play. But if you have the game passes, they aren't 100% necessary. Now once you have gotten all the game passes that you want, it's relatively just normal grinding, you know, opening eggs, trying to get the legendaries, the epics, turning them into shinies, rainbows. It's really just normal grinding from then on. Now here's a quick tip as well. If you want to maybe skip some of the progression through the game and try getting to the new world, then I highly recommend going to live streams of people giving away free pets, like me. And if anyone's interested, I am usually live on update days showing off the new pets and giving them away. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss those. And also, I'm not just gonna say go here and then just grind. You could use the secrets that you are getting from this egg and then just trade them for one of these pets maybe. I'm sure that there will be someone who would be willing to trade one of those secrets for index for one of these. Or even maybe one of these. I mean, these are still broken and these are just like the epics and rares. Also, I have too many of these and tomorrow is going to be the new event egg. So I'm going to be giving away these. So make sure you tune in for the stream if you want some of these. Also, another thing I'd like to talk about are the boosts. Now, the boosts, as good as they seem to be, they aren't as good as you might think they are. In my opinion, they're only good when you have a ton of them. Because you would like to like auto hatch when you have like, for example, 4 to 5 hours of luck boost. But hey, that's my opinion. If you want to just speed things up for like 15 to 30 minutes, you can use them. Hopefully next update they will be adding a way to get these boosts for free, because just waiting a day just to maybe not even get lucky with the spin wheel and just get, I don't know, ×2 diamonds. Now I'm gonna assume that from now on you've probably grinded your way to Space World. And if you haven't already, I highly recommend getting there as soon as possible, because as you might have seen in my last video, these pets are broken. The Rainbow Evolved Legendary is literally in the hundreds of thousands. Now in case you're asking how I was able to afford this so fast, I really just auto hatched on like one of the event eggs because they are really cheap. And eventually I just built up a ton of taps to the point where I just instantly bought the new world like it was nothing. I'm not trying to flex, I'm just trying to show you that even you can actually become this rich. Like, I don't have the ×2 clicks or ×2 rebirths. I literally just have the luck and storage. That's literally it. Now, once you've gotten to the best island in the game, again, I say that because probably by the time that people maybe get to this level, probably there'll be a new island or something. But this tutorial will still be valid for any island or any update that might come. There just might be a few changes. So I might make an update video if there's like a huge change that completely changes the whole leaderboard. Now, what you're going to do is you'd want to hatch non-stop this egg or any egg. Obviously, I'm saying this one because it's the best right now and it gives the best pets. Now, I actually do recommend leaving your rares unchecked as well because they actually build up pet power quite fast. Like, if you look at my pet power right now, I would say like 10 to 12 million would actually be from the rares. Not because they're OP, but just how many I have. Like, the sheer amount. Like, look at this. The base rare has 13k stats at level 1. Whilst the rainbow has 39k, which is just absolutely wow. It's funny how next update is probably going to be releasing pets that will make these look like toys at some kindergarten center. Now, I probably would also recommend leaving uncommon if you're a free-to-play player because you wouldn't want your money to be going to waste if you can barely afford this egg. So probably you're going to end up having to auto-click for a while and then open up like 30 of these and then you're going to have to auto-click a bit more. So I do recommend make sure you rebirth, make sure you have your best pets equipped, get the taps 3 boost because that actually helps quite a lot. Now obviously it's the same thing as last time when hatching the secret. You just want to get your auto clicker, open the open 3 or even open 1. Like if you want it to constantly open but you can only afford 1, as in the amount of clicks that you're getting as you open 1 are equal, then I recommend opening 1 because then that's where you can continuously open instead of opening 3, ending up having to wait like 20 to 30 minutes of grinding before you can open up like a ton of open 3s again. But obviously it depends how good you are in the game. Like I'm pretty low on rebirths, but they also recently made rebirths easier, so you probably could surpass my rebirths pretty fast. But anyways, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your auto clicker, put your mouse over the open 3 and just start the auto clicker. Now let's say that you've been opening for let's say 10 to 20 minutes and your storage is full. You might be thinking, well, shouldn't I just go make them shiny and then instantly make them rainbow? No. Don't do that. Now you're probably wondering why I'm saying don't make them rainbow. I mean, it sounds absurd, right? Like rainbow gives more stats than the shiny, so why not just turn them rainbow? Well, when you turn them rainbow, it basically takes 2 of the pet stats and combines them together. For example, if you take a look here, in this case I'm going to use these 5 snailians. Now when you combine these together, obviously assuming you don't have the better shiny craft in Game Pass, I don't have it, so this is gonna be as well for free-to-play players. When you craft them, okay, they will only actually take these 2 stats and add them together. Basically these 3 will just vanish, which although they will give you a 64,000 pet, it isn't actually that good for pet power because you would be losing a ton of pet power and gaining little back. Now, obviously, in the long run, it's eventually going to add up. Like, if you keep on making them rainbows and then get them back all the shinies, and then, obviously, it will eventually add up. But I'm saying, if you're, let's say, on the last few days of, you know, grinding the leaderboard before the leaderboard pets are sent out, I recommend keeping them shiny unless your space is full. If your space is full, then I recommend turning a few into rainbow. Not all, a few. That's where you get space and you can get them shiny again. This is so that your pet power will stay at the highest it can be without accidentally dropping down and then not being able to get back the pet power. Trust me, I made the same mistake, but I was still somehow lucky enough to get the cactone. Now that's pretty much the end of the tutorial. I hope that this helped you out in any way. Now you don't have to do everything exactly like I did. For example, if you prefer grinding out for this secret, because obviously this secret is going to be worth more than that secret. Obviously it's much rarer though. It really all depends on you. I mean, you're not going to instantly get onto the leaderboard. You're definitely going to have to put some time into grinding. However, if you use the method that I used, I think that you can get on the leaderboard. Now, will you be able to get this? Probably not. Like, I'm pretty sure the top 5 have like groups of people helping them out to get into first. So even someone like me, who's already pretty high on the leaderboard right now, probably stands no chance. Though if you do actually really try hard and you get really lucky, I think you can get actually a top 50. But it's going to be really difficult. But that's going to be the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If it did help you out in any way, then I'd really appreciate if you drop that sub. I am so close to 600. I think as of now, I'm at like 590. So we're only 10 away from hitting the goal. But that's everything I have to say. I'll see you guys in the next video.